What's good, Potterheads and fantasy nerds of all kinds? Welcome back to the Half-Blood YouTuber channel, where today, the Legacy of Linus Pitt hath returned, our Hogwarts Legacy gameplay series here on the channel. I am on the back end of a cold currently, just taking decongestants at this point, and I think my voice sounds good enough to be able to record some commentary for this game that I have been waiting to play for a week now, because I love it, and we unfortunately ended off on a cliffhanger, is what you might call that we did on part 5. With all that, you know, restricted section of the library stuff, and that whole flashback thing. That was pretty freaking awesome. Anyways, as always, thank you for tuning in and choosing this Hogwarts Legacy gameplay series out of all the other gameplay series on YouTube. And without further ado, it is time to be extraordinary. Okay. Looks like we're gonna go back to Professor Fig and talk about what the hell we just experienced. By the way, I know I said this in, like, you know, the thumbnail of last video and I was freaking out about it. I absolutely freaking love Ancient Magic. I think that it's just totally awesome. I just love it. It's like, you know, raining down all this, like, godlike power onto those statues. That is so much fun. I love the power-ups. And I can't wait till we get more of them. Anyways. I know that the game officially came out last Friday. If any of you guys have gotten your hands on it since then, let me know what you think of it. Oh, did we keep the book? Uh-oh.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable.
Shut up.
Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir,
Interesting.
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Ooh.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why
What?
those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to know what they're gonna tell him.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Gotcha.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Oh, believe me, I have been doing the exact opposite of neglecting friends. I think Sebastian Sallow can tell you all about that.
If I try to look attentive in potions, it seems
Okay,
to keep
now,
heard you're defending
what are we doing?
Hogsmeade against trolls.
let's see. Ooh. You guys want to go, do some plant stuff. Let's go do some plant stuff.
No, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Oh, really?
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Interesting. Gotcha. I will go... Oh, do I have to go now? Ooh. This is gonna be a pretty big world, okay. Go by fog. Okay, fog and war type stuff. Hamlets are small communities throughout the world. Gotcha. This is the Hamlet Lower Hogsfield. Hamlets provide no opportunities for vendors. Interesting.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Oh my gosh, we have so much to do today. But first, I don't want to be late for Herbology class, so we're gonna go that way. By the way, is it just me, or does Linus Pitt sound remarkably like Harry Potter? I'm not sure if I'm just hearing things, if I'm projecting or anything like that, but he sounds kind of similar. I don't know. This was pretty much the only... This was pretty much the... Whoa. Okay, there we go. This was pretty much the only voice from the character creation, if you guys remember, that I felt didn't sound like a total robot. So, just kind of sticking with this. I don't know. Ooh, there you go. Let's go grow some plants.
Again.
How about that?
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh lordy, cover your ears.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone,
Interesting.
rip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
That is weird.
Place your mandrake in the new pot and cut out the
That didn't sound anything
soil
like the
should
mandrakes I'm
envelop
used
the
to.
root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I love that she's a herbology teacher, and her name is Professor Garlic. That's just so fitting to me.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties
Okay.
make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you
Go
all
and
should know from
plant
Professor
some
Sharp's
dittany.
class.
Add fertilizer. Do I have to just wait for another 10 minutes?
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Nice.
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
That is a great outfit right there. Anyways, where is Leander
Hello.
Pruitt?
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Where in
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughter. Here we are. Home of the Chinese. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry. Nurse Blaney put it back. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
There'll be. There you go. And then. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold LB. To open the tool on a sign. Okay.
Look at that.
That
Anything they can get their
interesting.
mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the denoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I kinda wanna
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Oh my god, so that was an interesting conversation. What? Just like the concept of tossing a plant at somebody and just like mauling
as to why we should always wear our
That's
dragon
weird.
gloves. I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Now, why would I shut this down?
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Coolio. So does that mean...
Mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hero.
Yeah, I've straight up gotta wait another 5.5 minutes for this. I'll come collect it later. That's kind of irritating. But, makes sense, I guess. Okay, let's see what we want to do now. Guys, you already know we're gonna go to potions class, right? You already know we're going to potions class. Let's go! Let's go!
I don't know what matters.
How do I use this? Interesting. Cool. I was just curious what the using was.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Oh, you'd really think. You'd really think.
Sharp's death.
Yeah.
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Violet McDowell. That's a great name.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion.
More healing potions.
Mr.
Nice.
Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Ooh. Is that a challenge I hear?
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative.
Oh, God,
I'm
no.
Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Okay, fine.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Oh my God. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Nice. Okay, and where's this? Subject Buckenbergs has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more orders to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Ooh, this dude's an Auror? Sick.
Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Oh. Efficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Let's brew ourselves an Edurus potion. Everything's gonna take time around here, ain't it? Alright then. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a bit more of the tedious side of the game. 10 seconds. And there you go.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
It's almost like I knew this was gonna happen.
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm really torn. He seems like a decent guy, I gotta be honest.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Gotcha. Alright.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Cool. Let's go talk to Natty Onoi.
That was it.
You
Half
can't
a bottle of
imagine how
flabbergasted
inconvenient
leech.
travel was before I invented.
Okay. Am I gonna have to walk all the way there?
Ugh. What am I?
Okay. When can I learn to fly? I haven't learned to fly yet. Flying would really help right about now. Just saying. Walking is great and all, but you know, I'm a freaking wizard and everything. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is gonna be a little bit. Gonna have to run all the way there. Alright, it won't be too bad, at least it's all connected. Anyways, this is a nice little atmosphere right here. Ooh, Beast classroom. I forgot about that class. That's gonna be fun. Now, what is all this stuff?
Revelio.
Yo, what? What is Moonstone? Okay, there's more Moonstone. What is all this Moonstone stuff? Maybe there's like a directory or something. Inventory? An ingredient commonly used for conjuration magic. It is found in every region acquired. Interesting. Conjuration. That sounds fancy. I'm gonna run over this hill and see if it'll be a little bit of a shortcut. Not much. What are these things? It might be for like a flying mini game or something. I don't know. Could be. Nice little countryside, little comfy, cozy houses.
Wonder who lives here.
Same.
It is good to see you, my friend.
And you as well.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I can't
I've
say.
never met
That's
Rookwood or
honest.
Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Mattibilliland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Yeah, you tell them.
Good.
Go for
Rookwood
it.
and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
Oh, I see
That
what
may
we're
be
about to
true,
do.
But shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Interesting. Okay.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Let's go snooping about a bit.
Dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Oh, that was the whole mission? Oh, okay, cool.
They must have come this way. Think!
Interesting.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
I'm sure he would.
Students, you can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Let's go.
You should never have come here.
Oh my god. That's so cool. That's so cool. We just vaporized him. Oh my gosh. Oh, who is this guy?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Girl, I mean. The collection section of your field guide has been updated with a new enemy type. Okay,
I
interesting.
see you. Hang on.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, shakies.
You'll take this.
Tell Rookwood to find himself.
Nice try.
Potato, that's the best you can do.
Amateur. Did all right.
Oh, crap.
When I get you, you're in a heap of trouble.
Don't think you're going to get out of this alive.
There you go.
Reductor. I'll take that one. You haven't
Holy
got prayer.
Jesus.
Expulsum. Potato. I What on earth just happened?
That was close.
I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Oh, you flatter
Care to
me.
tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Yes.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Cool.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Interesting.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okay,
this trunk?
Interesting.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Okay, so they can't be done like that. Not like that.
Reparo.
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
Fair enough. Let's put it in there.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Hey, yo. That was it.
Merlin's beard! How What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay. That was an A mission. But level 7, let's go! Okay, what are our missions now?
I never thought Ramrock...
wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Okay.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
We are currently at about 42 minutes recording.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
I'm gonna go up and we'll see if it starts a new mission. And you know what? Maybe what I'm gonna do is this. I'll go up, I'll speak to the portrait. If it's if it prompts us for a new mission, then we'll do the mission next video. If we're just talking to it, then cool. Yeah, we're just gonna talk to the portrait. Eldritch Diggory. There's a lot of familiar, like, wizarding names in this, which I think is pretty cool. I like that. There's the Diggory, there's Pruitt, there's Rookwood, there's Weasley. It's like a nice familiar tone, but still like, you know, whole new elements and all that stuff. This Hogwarts looks totally different than what I'm used to. That's not the right way. I don't know, it's a cool vibe. Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't wait to fly. This is so much running.
I've always said that travel broadens.
Okay, almost there. Supposed to go through here. Yes. Not this way. Down. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Peeves. Oh.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and Most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Absolutely.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case.
Ooh.
I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
Alright, a vibe with that, a vibe with that.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
So it started a quest. Do we want to do this now? No, I'm gonna leave this for next video. Alrighty then, that is a wrap on Hogwarts Legacy Part 5 of the Legacy of Linus Pitt gameplay series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like so that this video gets pushed in the YouTube algorithm and more Harry Potter fans and other such fantasy nerds will be able to see this gameplay series and join us and have an absolute blast. What'd you think about this episode? How do you feel about all these new characters we're getting introduced to? Where do you think that this story is gonna go from here? If you already know from other sources, don't tell anybody because that's spoilers. But leave all that stuff along with the 3 C's. Comments, constructive criticism, and conversation in the Patronus section down below. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the Herbology YouTuber channel so that you can become a member of the community that we're building here of Potterheads and fantasy nerds of all kinds, and to get instant access to new videos in the future, most notably our Legacy of Linus Pitt walkthrough gameplay series. And make sure to turn the notification bell on to get notified when new videos come out. But that is it for now, so I will end off by saying, stay extraordinary, you loyal Potterheads and fantasy nerds of all kinds. Peace.